discover James and Steven, just like some girl Jimmy Olsen. And you're in luck, because they're ahead. OmniCat! OmniDog!
Heyo, welcome. Oh, Mary, you don't have anything. There we go.
Here we go.
I'm OmniDog, joined as always by OmniCat / Comic Slayer, and a guest today, Mary M.
Woo!
What
Thanks for
up,
having
Mary?
me.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you guys. We were sorry we were so late, Jess. I know you were here ahead of time.
Yeah, I came down here and I was ready to go, and I thought, oh, I haven't put their links in the chat in the description box yet, so I had to go there. What I should have done was go to an old OmniCat stream and just pulled all those up and just put in Mary's. But I was like, I went to Bitly and I'm like, there's Reed's Bookstore Envy. There's their baby registry. I can't deal with it. So right now it's just Comic Slayer's YouTube channel and Miriam's Bookstagram.
Perfect.
And the baby registry. I knew that was important.
Cool.
And everybody that loves Kristen, which is everybody, of course, peace and love, but don't send, we learned the hard way, don't send super chats to help the Comic Slayer out with her baby registry, because effing YouTube takes 55% of that. So we were sent like $100, and I think for Kristen, and all they gave me was like 40 or 45 bucks. So if you want to do something nice for Kristen, and we all do, go to her baby registry and buy her some non-formaldehyde diapers that she's going to need, which I didn't even know there was formaldehyde in diapers. Ew.
It's horrifying.
It really is. It really is. Kristen, Jess, and Mary, an obscure 60s folk trio. What's up, Larry? Kristen, Jane, Mary, and Larry. What's this? Our favorite Mary is here rocking some powerful looks. Yeah, is this a new room, people asking you?
No, basically, I don't know when Kim's going to come home, so I twisted my desk around so that she could easily come into the bedroom and not have to worry about me being on YouTube. So I'm in the same room. My desk is pretty small, so it makes it easy to like flip it around. So
it's a new view. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, Miriam's in the chat, as is Comic Slayer. Okay, good. Good to see you guys.
We were like, we're here. Jess isn't, so I might as well say hi.
Surprise to no one. Bunk is there. Oh, Omnibo, what up? Welcome to the greatest stream ever. Oh, it's almost 3 a.m. Can this start now? I need to go to bed, and I don't want to miss OmniDog, OmniCat. That must be the 1 o'clock time is good for Bar, who I think I saw right here, because I'm wearing this shirt because I thought we'd see Bar, my Harlivy shirt, even though she doesn't like the name Harlivy. Here it is. I'm wearing that, but it's like a good time in Israel, but a bad time in New Zealand and Australia.
For sure.
What time is it in Belgium there, Kalel? You're like European, so it should be a good time there. Lethal Lucha's here. My fake nephew, Ryan Bragg. Thursday crew represent. Nice. That's right. These guys have a Thursday show. What's it called?
That's the reading update.
The reading update.
We keep it simple.
Yeah.
We talk about manga and prose and shit and what?
Depends on what we did. Yeah, we talk about audiobooks. Can you imagine, Jess? Like,
I listened to Tina Fey's audiobook. It was great. Yeah, it was really good.
It's a good one.
But my wife listens to audiobooks all the time, and so does my published writer's sister. So it's totally legit.
Nice. Yeah, I listen. It's fun in the car, like on the train, or when you're in motion. It's fun.
Yeah, on the train. You must be from like New Jersey. On the train. Do you take the train to Citi Field?
We used to, but it's such a nightmare. So the last game we went to, we drove, and it was, listen, you had to sit in traffic, but at least you're in your own vehicle. You're under your own control. So we like driving much better. So I think we're going to do that from now on.
How far of a drive is it?
It should be less than an hour, but with traffic, I mean, you have to at least give yourself an hour and a half. But we like to get there early anyway and kind of beat the crowd entering, and then we can kind of like wander, buy some food,
Food.
Yeah.
I've been to Citi Field. 2018, I was there with Kelly, and we had a fun time. It's a very nice ballpark.
I have to say, I really do love it there. I love the whole, I think a lot of stadiums do it now with the whole open concept. And it's really fun to like walk around, and the food I think has changed. I think back in the day it was like, oh, you thought you could get like Cracker Jacks and like hot dogs, and now there's everything. I mean, you're paying for it, but the food's actually very good.
Yeah. And I went to one game in Shea, game 1 of the World Series in 1986.
Yeah.
And that's the one they
Nice.
lost. I went to
whoops.
the game they lost. So what baseball games have you been to recently, Kristen?
No,
No.
no, it's not happening.
Nah.
You'd have fun though, Kristen. I know you'd have fun.
You'd
I'd
have
do
fun
my
with
best.
us, I bet.
That's right.
Necro Comic Con, what up? Remsco's here. Good to see you. A chunk of that 55 was probably stolen by Apple if that donation was done on an Apple device.
It's true. They take 30%, and then YouTube takes their cut.
Larry's still having trouble with the word stolen. Okay, but we get it. Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. If you want to donate to Kristen, the link is in the description. And right before she, I can't even believe you're pregnant. What?
I know. What?
She's a
I'm
pregnant librarian.
I know.
I'm in my 3rd trimester. That's the last one, guys.
The worst one?
The last one.
Oh, the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the worst one.
Harley Quinn still
It has been
dancing in
painful.
there.
Yeah.
Still a disco party in there.
Yeah, that part's not painful. It's everything else.
Has it really hit you? Like, do you realize
It's weird. I don't know yet. It's weird.
There's a little baby human in you,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to take care of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Hut Destroyer's here. Freddie loves your Scotty Young figures. Yeah, Freddie does love those. And I assume he's talking to Mary M. Happy Saturday. Oh, and James has done the math for me. Thank you. Bar time, it's 8 at night. Max is at 7 at night. Peter and M, however, it's 5 in the morning. So that's probably why we're not going to be seeing Peter M or Samantha right now. Yup. Up. The legend himself is here. The legend herself, Kane, my cookie buddy, is here. Munin, what up? Spooey. 7 o'clock in the evening, I'm doing some reorganizing in the collection while listening to you guys. Nice. Oh, and here's Pity Ma. Hiya, Pity Ma. OmniDog Raid. Sorry I couldn't stick around. Glad I got to see your faces at least. Have a great stream. Omnibo, good to see you. Good to see you. That looks like an old school cassette player on Mary M's shelf. What is that white thingy there?
It is. Good eye.
Oh, it's even got a speaker there.
Got a little speaker, has a radio. You can hook up Bluetooth to it.
Oh, so it's a modern thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I found like so many tapes at my mom's house. I'm like, let me get a little something to play them on. So I didn't bring back all of them. I don't know why I left the ones I didn't want to bring there, but I didn't feel like dealing with it. So I brought back a few and got a little player.
Some yacht rock classics?
No yacht rock. I have like Depeche Mode, REM, Sinead O'Connor, Phil Collins. Little mix.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Don't be spreading lies. We'd make it fun for her.
Yeah,
they are
watch
long.
It there.
They're very long.
They are long.
You sound like one of these people like, oh, I can't watch that TV series. There's too many episodes. It's too
Yeah.
long.
It's not like TV though. I know. I've been to this.
Is
My
it
hometown
back
has
now?
the famous A League of Their Own stadium where that was filmed.
Wow.
You've been there?
Yeah, it's in my hometown. I mean,
Oh, it is.
yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know that. That's
Mhm.
cool. I love
So we
that
saw
movie.
games there when I was a kid. They
Mm.
were long.
Uh,
Boosters here. What up? Kristen hates Superman and baseball. Staying on brand at least. Oof.
that's true.
Yeah. Oh, Superman and baseball. How do you feel about apple pie?
Love it.
Okay. She's not a complete communist. Elan, what up? Our Welsh viewer. Baseball is the Superman of sports.
That's fair.
I
I
was
would actually
reading.
say golf.
You what?
Golf is the Superman of sports.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To,
it's so
to
boring.
watch?
So boring.
Well, I used to
Oh.
play golf a lot. I played golf
Okay,
for
it's
50
boring.
years, but I liked it.
Now
But
mini golf, that's fun.
that is fun.
Kristen,
yeah.
I have to. You don't know this about me, but I took some golf lessons. I only went out to a course one time, but I think if you play it, it is kind. I have to say,
I'm not talking
it's
about
fun.
playing it. I mean,
You're
I
talking about
played
watching?
pitching machine when I was a kid.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
watching
right.
it. Watching it.
All right, that's fair.
I agree. I never even watched golf on TV. I like to play it, but I wasn't going to sit there and watch it. No, I agree with that. CNSS here. What up? Speaking of cookies, okay, I will heading out soon to do Target shopping. A crumble cookie place is nearby, so I plan to visit them too. Rodimus Prime Rib introduced us to a Costco thing last night on my show with Bunk, and that is animal crackers, Reese's animal crackers. They're like animal crackers coated in peanut butter and then dipped in chocolate. And I want them. What's
Mary knows
happening?
what I'm doing.
What is she doing?
I can't
I got-
handle cookie talk. I can't have cookies right now. I cannot handle.
Oh, that's right.
Don't do that to
all
me.
right. All right. I can't either, really.
Yeah, I really can't.
Oh,
Dana, Super Laughards here. Cage Grant, what up? We won't say this. We'll just show it.
I live so close to one too.
Oh,
you
do ya?
Yeah,
That's just mean, right?
it is mean.
What is it because of what's in them, or what's the why
Sugar,
can't
yeah.
the
Super
sugar? You can't
sugars
have
in them.
sugar.
I am limited in carbs right now due to a potential of gestational diabetes situation.
Oh yeah, Patty had that. Now that I think about
Yeah.
it,
It's not fun. I check my sugar 7 times a day. I hate it.
Oh,
7 times a day. Is it a finger thing?
Mhm.
Ow! Ooh, I hate. Ooh, ow!
Mhm.
Ooh, ow!
I have
hate
just
that.
holes in all of my fingers.
oh
Yeah.
no.
And
Yeah.
I guess Reed can't have them.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Oh,
Classic Miriam. I have a bunch of my freestyle on tapes.
nice.
Freestyle rap.
Is that like dance music, like more from like the 80s, maybe? I think is that the freestyle I think you're talking about? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this, Mary. Since they introduced the pitch clock, have games shortened? Was the game you just recently went to like 3 hours or less?
Yeah, they are shorter. I have thoughts on all of that. Like, I get it, but there's this like old-fashioned part of me that doesn't like all the changes, but I get it. I get it. You know what I don't like? When it goes into extra innings and they put the runner on second. I think that's lame. I don't think they should be doing that,
I
but
don't like that either.
you know, the rest I can be flexible about, but that is one thing that I don't know.
Yeah, that seems like something that should happen in 8th grade softball or something.
Or
Not
like
the major
little
leagues.
league, like
Yeah.
playing T-ball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with a 17 inning game if you don't have to decide it by
Yeah.
putting a runner on second.
Yeah.
They're long so you can spend more time with besties and snacks. That's a good point. More hours on the clock, more snacks and bestie time. Right.
True.
I found out I was approved for an 11-day vacation in July and have absolutely nothing planned. Oh, it's a real vacation. Have absolutely nothing planned. I said maybe going out to Pennsylvania for a birthday party. I could read comics or anything else. Are you looking for suggestions from the three of us? We have thoughts on everything. That's why we're doing a show.
11 days. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does. What would you do if you had 11 days? I go through this every spring when my wife goes to Arizona and Mexico. She's gone for 2 straight weeks. So this can either be with your partner or without your partner. So what would you do with 11 days? Let's say you're not pregnant. Let's say
I was
you're
gonna say I would nap.
yeah, not eat sugar, not what would you do if you had 11 days and you weren't, let's say you're not, it was all of a sudden, like he just found out, Spooey just found out he was approved for 11-day vacation. Too late to plan a vacation. It's going to be a staycation, which is my kind of vacation. So
I mean, is it? Because he's going to Pennsylvania for a birthday party. Because I
but
would say
that's
make that day more than just that party.
Mm.
Do something cool in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Okay.
I know they have good comic shops.
So you go comic shopping. This is
Yeah.
you. What are you going to do besides your trip to Pennsylvania?
Oh, if I'm in Pennsylvania, it's a whole other story because Mary's close. So
Then
you're
we're
gonna
meeting
I'd be
visit
up.
like,
Mary.
I'm going to Mary.
And if it's Mary's 11 days, Kristen's coming to spend it with you.
All right, so if that makes it easy, I think I would take Kristen to every possible bookstore in the area that I always talk to her about, and all the little like library sales I go to. I take her to as many places like that as possible.
The pen shop.
The pen shop,
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, you love pens. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
so that would be easy.
and would you go to? Do you have good comic book stores around you at all, Mary?
We do. My local one is my LCS is excellent, and that's one that I always tell Kristen about. And just not even what they have, what they sell. It's the staff there. I know the owner; he's fantastic. Yeah. So Kristen, we would be like everywhere between New Jersey and the city. So that would be fun. Now you have me excited for a fake vacation that's not happening.
One day.
That's right.
Well, you have 2 sets of grandparents that are going to be happy to take baby Harley Quinn, Birdie of Prey, they'd be happy to once she's about 6 months, a year, then you can leave her with them, and then you can plan your 11-day staycation with Mary. Although first you're going to go to Pennsylvania and for a birthday party.
For someone's random birthday.
Just random birthday party you're going to show up to.
Surprise.
I am here. I heard there was a party. I agree with this. Hockey's way better live.
I agree, but Reed's made me watch a lot of hockey. And it
Oh,
is
really?
entertaining. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I went to a Rangers game. I get to go maybe once or twice a year. Not the playoffs this year, but I got to go to a Rangers game, and it's so different when you're there.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
You can see what's going on.
oh my goodness, yeah, it's really fun.
Okay, this has to be the king of boredom viewing. Watching chess, unless I'm a super chess head, I'm sure Satan's waiting for me with televised chess matches, because that sounds like hell. Except the Queen's Gambit. That was a good movie or a good series. I like that. She made chess interesting. Oh yeah, she always does that. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, he is. So.
And I'm the one that called you my cookie buddy, so it was kind of my fault.
Kane, it's okay. I appreciate you being lovely. I'm just like, I'm craving baked potatoes and cookies, and I can't have either one. It's hard.
Are you craving anything you can eat?
No.
No.
No, my consistent craving has been baked potatoes, and now I can't have them. So I'm like, so any potatoes, I'm like, bye. I'm sad.
So, I mean, the rules are completely different than they were 33 years ago or 34 years ago when you factor in Patty's pregnancy. What's the issue with carbs? I mean, just
Well,
for
if you have gestational diabetes.
okay. It's
Yeah.
for maybe
I've
that's
not
how
been
Patty got.
diagnosed, but I have something going on. So they're like, we're going to treat you like it and you have to eat this
Oh,
way. Yeah.
okay. Maybe
So
that's
I'm
how
limited
Patty.
in my carbs per meal
Okay,
to
to
not a
make
lot.
sure you don't get gestational diabetes.
To hopefully like help whatever's happening. Because there's some kind of insulin resistance that has to do with being pregnant, but I've not been officially diagnosed.
Okay.
It's confusing, but I'm seeing a specialist. It's all good.
Okay, so once Harley Quinn's born, then are you going to sock into some baked potatoes and cookies?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Elon's going to eat all of them on your behalf. That's a very generous
Wow.
offer of you,
So
Elon.
nice.
Oh, generous.
Yes, dance freestyle. Yet another
Nice.
thing I don't know about. What is dance freestyle?
Are you asking me or Pity Mom?
I am, yeah. Pity,
Oh, okay.
you're the one that said dance freestyle. So what?
I'm trying to think of well, if I name some artists, then you won't know the artist. But it's like it's like picture. I'm probably describing this wrong, but like picture something in between like disco and then like maybe modern day dance music, somewhere in between those. Is that fair, Pity Mom? Would you say?
Okay, so it's not lyrics. It's just music.
Oh no,
or
they're lyrics.
they're
Yeah,
lyrics.
they're
Okay, so it
lyrics.
has a certain beat to it, a certain
Yeah.
bop to it.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Till this week, I had no idea the USA had a cricket team. I played cricket in summer camp when I was 15, and it was awesome. Cricket's really fun.
Yeah, cricket's huge in other countries, right? It's like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like India and Britain. Well, I'm sure
Yeah.
India got it when Britain was occupying them. So,
yeah.
I'm sure it is in New Zealand and Australia too. And yeah, all the places the British occupied, except for here. I think we kicked them out before the introduction of cricket, maybe.
I think so.
Okay, bye, Kane. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. My library makes great coffee and tea and offers you biscuits.
That's
Wow.
I love that.
That's awesome.
I've never heard of that. That's amazing. What a great idea.
Yeah. Mary, have you ever been to Copacetic Comics?
I haven't. Is that your spot in Philly that you love? I know I remember you talking about a place.
Pennyma says she'd visit the Frazetta Museum in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Pity Ma, that's one of the places on the list because I went there with Kim and I was telling Kristen that I would love for her and Reed especially to see that museum. It's so cool. Yeah.
Wow, where? Let's see. I only know Philly because we have friends in Philly. Oh, and I know Pittsburgh because the minister lives there. So they're like this.
Yeah,
like straight
so
across from each other. So where's Stroudsburg in that?
So I guess Strauss, I'm really bad at east, west, north, south. Like, people say, oh, drive north. I have no idea what they're talking about. But I would guess Stroudsburg is like west of where I am. So it just took like maybe an hour and 15 minutes to get there. And it's such a nice drive. You just see like a bunch of trees and where the museum is, it's a house. Like it's really cool. You have to go down this like one lane road to get there. It's really nice.
So it's just a short drive for you. So you just go. You could just make it a day trip.
Oh, for sure. And then there's like, it's near the Delaware Water Gap. So, you could really make a day of it if you planned it right. You could like go whitewater rafting if you wanted. You could get a kayak. You could go sightseeing. It's really pretty there. Yeah.
I'm not going to go whitewater rafting, but I'll watch people do it. I'll look at the water.
It's beautiful. Yeah, you could. I mean, people go there and like they have trails and stuff. You could just take pictures.
Okay, I'll hike. I can hike. I've been walking a lot. I can do a hike. I'm hikeable.
I'm hikeable
man.
too.
Let's hike. Tell Kristen that I have acquired a Kaweco Sport, and it's been in my pocket ever since. Thank you for the recommendation. Is that
Elon.
it's a
There it
pen.
is.
Elon, that's awesome. I have my Kaweco Sport right beside me.
And can you
And I
show
love
us
it.
what's going on with a
Well, it's a pocket pen. So this is a
Okay.
fountain pen. So you open it up, there's the pen, and now it's a full-size pen.
And it's a fountain pen. Is it
Yeah.
refilled cartridge-wise? Well, with a cartridge?
Well, you can put I mean, you could put Kaweco brand cartridges in it, but I have a converter in it, so I can put any ink.
Oh, it's Kaweco?
Kaweco, it's German.
German. Kaweco. Okay. That's pretty cool to have a little fountain pen in your pocket.
Yeah, I love these so much.
The Venn diagram of comics and wrestling is huge. People love wrestling. Wait, what was the show? Okay, I'm thinking of was it OmniDog? I'm blocking, but there was something else somebody talked about recently, and everybody was in the chat was all into it, and it wasn't ice cream; it was something else.
That's ringing a bell, but now I can't remember either.
Yeah, I let's see. What did I do this week? It wasn't yesterday. It wasn't Wednesday on Omni Bros. I didn't have a show Tuesday. I feel like I had 8 shows last week. Maybe it was, I don't know. I feel like something new was introduced besides wrestling, and all the comic fans in there were like, "We love this." James, what was it? James will know.
Oh, was it your show with Bunk? Was it the Magic cards, like the game?
Oh, maybe that was it, which was just last night. That's exactly it. It was how many people. Well, that I guess that shouldn't surprise me. Lots of people love those card games.
Yeah. There's a place in our town that that's their business. Like it's like I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. They do. I drive by and there's it's packed and there's people in there playing games. I don't know what they're playing, but it's probably something like Magic.
Yeah, there was a name for it. Friday Night Magic or something. Bunk and people were talking about it in there. Mika, you really convinced me that I want to read Bronze Age Batman on that DC Most Wanted Omnis results video. Nice. As a matter of fact, Mika, I just found out from a viewer. Wait, what was his name? Because I bought the book. Doug Roberts. There is a Treasury facsimile sized, so it's like big, and it's the Ra's al Ghul story, all original colors, all original inks. And Doug sent me an email, and I ordered it from my LCS, so it's still available, and it's Batman. Don't order Batman by Neil Adams, his own creation, his own writing. But this is the Denny O'Neil stuff that has the original inks and colors, so you can get that. It's readily available. I don't know if it is available at Organic Price Books, code OmniDog, or where you can use 5% off shipping for more books. The OmniDog set, but I know it is available. So, people, are we hearing a cat purring?
Yeah, she's by the mic. I can mute it.
That's so cool. No, keep it going. Make it louder.
Yep, she's right here, laying by the mic.
I know, Kristen. I thought you were purring. I'm like, wow, she's loving this show.
Kristen purring. Good evening to William Lee. Good evening. William Lee, where are you? It's afternoon here. I thought you're okay. There we go. Okay. Elon's a big rugby fan. Just already forgot. I know. I did forget for a second. Cricket is big here and the worst sport ever. Okay.
Wow. Hey, Jess, have you ever done, forgive me if I missed it, but have you ever done a show where done a video where you compare the Neil Adams original coloring and the new stuff? Have you ever
Yeah.
done? You have? I have
Yeah.
to find it. Yeah, because I don't have that kind of eye, so I'm curious because I feel like
you
Yeah.
it's my most popular video. You can Google the Neil Adams Batman
Okay.
omnibus, and my
Okay.
name pops up like third there on the Google search.
right.
And it's one of my earliest videos because I'm looking at the camera like this. Hey, it's OmniDog here. But I did have some original. I can't remember what my source was, but I had some original stuff, and I compared it, and it is, Mary, it's glaringly obvious.
All right. I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's called Why I Dislike. I made sure I didn't say hate. Why I Dislike the Neil Adams Batman Omnibus with a Fiery Passion.
Okay.
I'm sure James has already put it up by now. Yes, Mary cover. Yes, Mary cover girls. Okay,
George
wait.
Lamont. Okay. Lisa and the Cult Jam. Okay. I
Oh,
get it.
I know. I remember Lisa and the Cult Jam. Okay.
Yeah.
What is this ... for? What did I do to upset you?
Hmm.
Hello, fountain pen users. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, how do I say this?
Lamy Safari.
Lamy Safari.
Yeah, I have several Lamy Safaris. I know Mary does too.
I do too. I haven't used mine in a while because I've been hooked on. Jess is probably like, all right, with the pens.
No,
I've
I
been
like
using
pens. Are cool.
my Twisby.
Oh, love a Twisby.
So
I love a
Love
passion for
Twisby.
anything, and fountain pen sounds boss.
they are
They
really
save you
fun.
money.
Hmm?
They save you money. I mean, you can one little thing of ink is going to last forever. So,
Kristen, that's a stretch on our budgets, right? You're like, fountain pens save money. You won't be buying pens. You won't be buying ink as much.
Man,
and then we do anyway for fun.
I love it.
This is my new favorite pen. I had Patty get like 1 billion of these because I like them.
Those
so
are the
much.
ones Reed uses at work, and he loves them.
Yeah,
He always has one in his pocket.
Yeah, I can see why. They're really nice. I always love when a comic show I'm on ignores the topic and turns into wrestling and magic talk. Yeah, I think it was an hour and 15 minutes before we started talking about the crime books last night. But that's fair. And by the way, we don't actually have a topic today. It's just going to be whatever is on our minds. So it's going to be more of this. If you guys want us to talk about something specific, like what we've been reading, what Kristen can't eat, how long it takes Mary to get to the subway, whatever, let us know. Wrestling, magic, and tank tops. Oh, it might have been Tales of the Demon that I compared. Yeah, that was that might be exactly it. Super laugh. That's the but it's like a dinky trade paperback, and it has the original stuff on it. And I think I used that to compare to what the inked, re-inked, and recolored things were. Yeah, this was last night's show. Although we didn't talk about wrestling that much, we did. And Bunk did have a tank top on. He was being a human thirst trap, man. There used to be a card shop here. In high school, Yu-Gi-Oh was even bigger than it was in elementary school, but my college friends were into Magic. Couldn't get into another card game. Danny, have you read anything good lately that you would strongly recommend? Wait, who's Danny? Lethal Lucha? Okay.
Yeah.
Kristen, have you read more books for future baby? Are you reading books aloud to her?
Well, no, but I'm going through the ones we have. That's been fun.
Okay. The only downside to Pennsylvania is 4.5-hour travel each way, and the last day before I would return. Oh, and here he's explaining why they have to do this. Okay, there is the reason why Spooey has to take 11 days off. The downside, Mary, what is a new obsession?
Hmm.
Do you have a new obsession?
I know Freddie's question makes it sound like he knows about a new obsession, right?
Oh,
or am I paranoid?
this is James
Oh,
was able to yank it right away, so there it
thanks,
is.
James. My answer to the obsession question is not cool at all. I have a weird liking towards trashy reality TV. So
Well,
I started watching on Peacock. There's a show called Summer House, and it has like 8 seasons, and I never knew about the show. So I started watching that recently. I'm up to the 3rd season. Kristen's like, "What are you talking about? I don't know about this yet.
same with Jess.
You have not shared this." But that's why I said my answer is kind of lame, but that's my answer. Like I've been watching this reality show called Summer House.
And
That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
So these allegedly they're all friends and they've known each other. I don't know if I believe that, but every summer they rent the same house in the Hamptons. So it's just for like the weekend, and then they go back to work during the week. Then they come back to the house. It's like a bunch of nonsense. But the reason I like shows like that is they're like a total escape for me. I can't relate to any of them. And some people would say, "Oh, why do you like it then?" But that's why I like it, because it's such an escape. It doesn't make me think about anything in my life. So
Right. It's a
that's why
bit
I
of
like it.
a brain cleanse, sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally get it because I'm still in Big Brother. So
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Still watching Big Brother seasons.
Yeah.
My newest obsession is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, watching it with my daughter.
Oh.
I don't think I've laughed as hard. She's keeping a little journal of when she has to pause the show because I'm laughing so hard I'd miss the next couple minutes dialogue.
Right.
That tends to happen, and I get laughing, and then she starts laughing at my laugh, and then we feed off each other for 5 minutes. And I think there must be at least 3 or 4 times a show in that show where I just laugh uncontrollably at how funny it is and how well cast each one of those characters are. Like, rest in peace, Andre Braugher, but he is such a good actor.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I loved him in Homicide, and I love him even more in this role. We love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and that's my obsession. I've seen this, the Rocky statue.
I've seen that, Kenny. It's always fun to see that.
Jess, when can you eat censored baked goods again, or are we misbehaving diet-wise?
What are you doing? You're being rude to both of us, Freddie. Jeez.
It's cool. Patty isn't here right now.
It's not how it works.
Yeah, I did tell you about what was brought on the show last night. I could have something. I can't have a steady diet of it. You know, I'm allowed to misbehave a little bit because I'm walking a lot and I'm on a specific calorie count. It's mostly protein. It's actually not mostly. It's like all protein and vegetables. So I went to a function, a girl's graduation party, good friends of ours, and
just a random girl.
Yeah, it was in Pennsylvania. This girl's graduation party. I went to Pennsylvania. No, this good friends of ours. She's graduating from high school, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna stuff myself full of just protein and vegetables and not weaken at that party." I went in there, and my resolve lasted less than 1 second. I was shoving sugar into my mouth before I even ate any protein at the party. And I will not describe what was there in honor of Kristen. But it was, I discovered some things that Costco has that are dangerous, and there were a lot of things there, and I just shoved them into my mouth. But it ended up being okay. It didn't ruin my diet. You're allowed to go off the rails once in a while, so that was good.
Not me.
I'm not going to do it, but that was good. This is true. Adams ruined one of his own Deadman stories in the Deadman collections. It was the one inked by George Russos, but the Russos inks were better. Dana, in the Deadman omnibus, it was the first issue, not the first appearance, but the first Deadman book. Strange Adventures 207 was the first Deadman appearance. Ooh, I'm like Kristen. I can pull it right away.
Look at that.
I know. In this book, oh, whoops. Wait, that's Carmine Infantino. This is the very first one. Okay. So this is first Neil Adams. That's Carmine Infantino. Was this issue? Let me highlight myself. So it's this issue, and this is Adams' art, unretouched with original colors. But what Dana was talking about is that other Deadman Treasury that I let go. Not Treasury. It's like a slipcase version. Oversized slipcase version with this, just like the first 15 maybe issues. And this, Miriam, is where you will see how odd it is, because it's just it's the introduction of the character, then it's that first issue where he re-inked and garishly recolored his stuff, and then the rest of the stuff is in original colors, and this thing sticks out like a sore thumb. It looks awful. And Data's right, he really ruined his own Deadman stories, because the art is, Adam's art is really boss, man. It really changed comics back then. That's my whole thing with how cool it is, and why it was such a shame that he felt the need to go back and dust it all up. So you say that you wouldn't be able to tell, but you'll be able to tell.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
Why do you think, I mean, this may sound like an obvious question, but why do you think that, why did he do that? Did he just think he could make it look better himself? And
I don't think that's a stupid question. I think that's a really good question that I've never, he's already passed, and maybe somebody could find an article about why he did that.
Yeah.
He didn't improve it. I mean,
right.
If it was poorly colored, or he felt his inks were poorly done, then sure. But I don't honestly know the answer, because I really worshiped that guy growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, I really did. Copacetic is in Pittsburgh. Maybe I've been there. I have that tabloid size Rush issue, and it's beautiful. The next one solicited is Superman vs. Ali. I have that original one. Philadelphia has the greatest comic store ever, Partners and Son.
Oh, that's the one.
I want to go so bad.
Oh, we're going to Philadelphia a couple times this year to visit our friends. First thing I'm going to do is, of course, go to the cheesesteak place that Peter M recommended. So I will be going off diet on that trip, because I want, the sandwich that Philly's famous for. Sorry, Kristen.
I'm not anywhere near Philly. I'm not gonna have a cheesesteak anyway.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you'd be sensitive to it. And then maybe I can go to Partners and Son then too.
I'll be jealous.
That's good information. Let me write that down. Cycle, you maniac. Partners and Son.
They have a great website too. I've ordered from a lot.
Oh, okay. And is it like a lot of indie books, or?
Oh, yeah. A lot of self-published stuff.
A lot of self-published stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Philly. Now, my wife and our two friends will last approximately 30 seconds in a comic book store, so they're going to have to go do something else while I get lost. Oh, I did not know that. They're in London, huh?
They are. winning by 1 right now, top of the 3rd.
Top of the 3rd. Phillies are doing incredibly great.
Yeah, that's I'm not bragging or anything over here. We know it can happen.
Yeah. Booster says recent reads. I agree. Let's find out what we've been reading recently.
Mary, you also pulling up your Goodreads?
I am.
Because I'm like, I don't know.
I still have to put my stuff in my Goodreads, but I'll go while you guys are looking. I finished all of Trials of X and Inferno and Lives of Wolverine, X Lives Death of Wolverine. I finished all that stuff, and now I'm taking a break on my X-Men. And then I read 6 books on Thursday for the Crime Corner review. Kaiju Score, which I heard Kristen did not like. That Texas Blood.
No, I
and
didn't like it. You heard a bad rumor. I give it like a 3.
A 3? Oh, Bunk said you didn't care for it.
No,
Okay.
I believe. Listen, I was watching. I believe what he said was I couldn't get it into the characters because there wasn't enough character development. Which is
Right.
true.
Okay. That's right. Yeah, you didn't like it. Yeah.
Yes.
This guy.
This guy.
This guy.
This guy. Yeah, so that Texas Blood, Enfield Gang Massacre, and Kaiju Score. I guess he made a point that you may have liked Kaiju Score 2 more because we get in depth into a character.
I haven't read it, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, but he was saying that perhaps
Yeah, that makes sense.
You might
more than 4 issues, sure.
get into it more than the first one.
Yeah,
that's right. How about you, Maryam?
Let's see. I finished the Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees series. Loved the ending. I can't wait for you to start that, Jess. I think you said
I feel like maybe I should do it right after this show. Is all of it out on Hoopla now?
No,
I think just what is it? The first 3, Kristen, and then it skips 4,
3 and 5. Yeah,
3. Yeah, first 3, and then they have 5.
How did you finish it?
I bought the singles. I was like a maniac. I read them digitally, and then I want to copy.
Sent me the ones that Hoopla's missing.
I was like, Kristen, you got to finish, and I bought her the singles.
Yeah.
So you sent Kristen the singles, okay?
Yeah. So so I wrapped that up. I read The Deep Dark by Molly Knox Ostertag, which I loved.
So excited for that.
I read The Cull.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Good.
I gave it 4 stars.
Good.
I
didn't know I kind of didn't know where it was going. I love the art. I was like fascinated by the art.
You also read The Cull, Kristen?
Yeah.
What did you give it?
I think I gave it 3 or 4 because when I read it as an arc and there was not a volume 1 anywhere on it.
Right.
It's since out and it says volume 1.
Oh.
So I got to the end and I was like, if this is it, I'm mad about it.
Right.
But if it's not,
Maybe Barr said that same thing. She
Yeah.
had the paperback and she said the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, Kristen. If that was the ending and
Let's just get out of here.
and there was no more, like, come on.
Yeah.
I read Houses of the Unholy. I got an arc of that by Brubaker.
Oh yeah, I love the name.
It failed. It failed me.
It failed me too.
You didn't like Houses of the Unholy? Was it just one? Is it a one shot?
Yeah.
Oh, and you didn't dig it?
No, I mean, listen. At
Girls,
first,
that ending, right? Did you? Wasn't the ending for you?
It wasn't the ending for me. It just the premise, the whole satanic panic, like that's right up my alley. I'm interested. I'm automatically interested in something like that. Most people are, right?
Yeah.
So off the bat, I was, in it at first, but then I just kind of felt like, I know it's sacrilegious to say anything about Brubaker, but I just thought the writing just was a little lazy. I don't know. It didn't do a lot for me. I just really didn't enjoy it. I don't have like a ton of reasons why.
I did.
I mean, but
okay, we can hear about those.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think that I don't know. I keep, Kristen and I haven't loved the last batch of Brubakers that have come out. But like I always like to say, I go into reading any book, I want to like it / love it. Like
Right.
I'm not looking to waste my time. So that's why I keep trying, to check it out, but it failed me. Kristen?
Yeah.
You
Well,
have
I
the
was
floor.
like, in the beginning, I was into it, and then toward the middle, I was like, "Oh, this is where this is going." And I don't want to like ruin anything, but I was like,
Right.
I just could immediately guess everything, which
Good
felt
point.
like, okay, well, you're not even trying. Like that's how
Is
I
that what
felt.
you guys think is lazy writing when you can already guess it so early in the book?
Well, certainly
Definitely.
when something's set up as a twist, it's like, is it? Because I already guessed it. Like, like, especially like the way a relationship was handled. Let's say,
Oh, I forgot about that.
hated that. Hated it. I think we both hated it, didn't we?
Yes, what she said.
Hated it. And then I got to the end, and I was like, really? That's it? That's the end?
Mm.
Yeah.
Then you felt very lazy.
Whenever I think of lazy writing, I feel like somebody just in a hammock, falling asleep, writing, and taking a sip of lemonade, and just like barely giving an effort. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, that's how you wrote
whatever.
it.
Falls asleep in the hammock.
I heard that's how
Right.
you wrote it.
He wrote it in a hammock. Okay.
Yeah. He's like,
Right.
here we go.
He wakes up and hits sends
Yeah.
it to the publisher,
He's
like,
done.
this is
And they're like, yeah,
done.
it's Brubaker. Got it. We'll print it.
Is it? So it's Image. So it's on Hoopla.
I mean,
how
not
did
yet. I don't think it's out yet.
I think it comes out in August.
Did you guys get ARCs or something?
Yeah.
We did.
How do you get? Okay, I need to talk to
You
you
gotta
after
stop
this
asking.
because
You gotta ask me after.
I know, and I always forget. Damn it.
But it's real simple. You just have to if you request through the publishers, depending on your following, whether it be YouTube, social media, podcasts, they can say yes or no. I mean, it's as simple as that. There's really not like a science to it,
Yeah, we've been denied and approved, and it's random sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's it.
Next Imagina. Perhaps more precisely, you detest Adam's wrong-headed Batman recoloring. However artistically entitled he was to continue to whatever he wanted to do with that work in life. Death is another ethical, aesthetic matter. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't. You're right. Here's the reason I'm worried. Or maybe, because I went before the DC Most Wanted Omnipoll, I wanted to see if I could find on the DC app some of the early World's Finest books that he did the cover for and also did the interior art for. And of course, World's Finest has Batman in it. And it was the recolored, re-inked stuff on the app. And I thought, oh, this doesn't bode well for the future for that Bronze Age, Silver Age World's Finest 3. I think it'd be Silver Age World's Finest 4, actually. And then, so that actually got me very concerned. But then the Treasury edition came out with his original inks and colors. So when they get around to the Silver Age and I'm 89, barely eating oatmeal in the old folks' home, I'm hoping that I get there before the Grim Reaper yanks me away. And I'm not even kidding about that, because at the rate DC puts out Omnis, I could be 79 or 80. This is ridiculous. Come on.
Well, Jess, if that happens, we will send you the books you need in the home, okay? We'll make sure you get them.
Right, you're going to say in the afterlife.
Hey, technology by then. It could happen.
Yeah, maybe so. Larry said, I am blazing through the 6 gun trades Kristen gifted me. Completely awesome. Easily exceeds all the hype. Woo! I love that. It's my favorite. Super great. I love those.
I think the big thing out of that comment was that he's reading trades.
Well,
because I
right?
Because they were a gift.
I mean, he's the hardcover guy.
He is, yeah. I'm super enjoying it too, Freddie. I'm very glad. I love 6th Gun. Great art, great concept. The It is Cullen Bunn's Mona Lisa, man. Mary, you going to watch some trash reality show over Schitt's Creek? You haven't seen Schitt's Creek yet?
She refuses to watch it.
What reality am I in? Even I've seen Schitt's Creek.
She refuses.
What the hell?
Kristen, this is like a bit on our Thursday show. At this point, it's a bit to me.
Yeah.
Once
it is
it's brought
true.
up, oh, if I mention anything about watching TV, anything, they're like, oh, but you didn't watch Schitt's Creek yet? It's turned into this thing where now, like, the fans of Schitt's Creek are making me not watch it. So I do.
Because they want you to see it so badly, you're like, F them.
Yeah, I just refuse to watch it now. Although we had a little bet going on. Not a bet, but Kristen agreed to watch a Superman movie, the first one. And then I would watch the equivalent of Schitt's Creek, but we haven't done it yet, so.
No.
Well, that's 2 hours of Schitt's Creek. That's still, several episodes. What was every episode like? Half hour, 40 minutes?
Yeah, I think they were like 20 something without commercials.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so even shorter. That's a show I need to see again because there were so many nuances that were so funny. I mean,
so good.
Just facial expressions on David. There's a reason he's everywhere as a meme. It's just his facial
and Mary
expression.
finds him annoying just from the things she's seen. So. I adore him.
That's crazy talk. And then I forget, what's the sister's name? Alexis. Yeah. I mean, I do hair flip now. She's so great. That show's so well casted too. That thing is a monumental piece of epic television. Mary, you should ignore it. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
I'm challenging you not to watch it. Don't bother with it.
I think I want to watch it now.
Yeah, see, that's a reverse psychology, right? I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Such a great show. Captain Holt's so funny. I love that show. 9-9. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is so missed. Loved Homicide. Yes, I did too. It's like Wind in the Willows meets Willow. What are we talking about? Oh, maybe whatever happens under the trees stays under the trees. Is that what what the book I'm talking about? Is that what he's describing?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that's what he's saying about that. Mets suck. Let's go Mets. Yeah, that's pretty much our attitude. I would really like to see some of Mary's Scotty Young figures, please.
Sure. We'll show Jess's favorite first. Squirrel Girl.
I have that book, and I am going to read it.
Are you?
What else?
With Kristen. Oh, there's my favorite. That's awesome.
Look how cool the cape is. I mean, it's really cool.
I can see why you collect these. Yeah, these are cool.
And they're really not much money, I showed Vision when we came on. I got scared. I needed to hold something up.
That's right. That's cool.
Yeah, the capes. I think I like capes on things. The way they flap. Go. I only have 2 more, so.
Okay. That's Gamora. I like that.
Yeah, Freddie made me buy this one. He showed this one, and I wanted to buy it.
Freddie made you.
He did.
Freddie's made me buy a lot of stuff too, quite frankly.
And this one. Check this out.
Jane Foster?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Yeah, I love her. That looks so cool.
Oh,
so cool.
And cape.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Nice, right?
I feel FOMO'd now.
I know. That's all I have. Yeah.
Those are really cool. Oh, thank you, AS. Definitely looking leaner. I have lost a shocking amount. From my own experience, it was helpful to have a little carbs, or else it's hard to maintain weight loss. It's yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem actually hitting my goal, and my goal is a significant goal. The reason I went to this doctor was because I want to plan for after. I want to keep it off.
Which is why you should have a little carbs.
Why should I have a little carbs after or right now?
Both.
Yeah.
Because you're going to eat them after.
Yeah.
Or like
So
anybody who goes on keto and then gets off keto, like has a problem.
yeah. So I should go have something that I can't mention on the air because you can't
Sure.
have them.
There's other carbs and things, but yeah, sure.
No, those don't sound like the carbs I want.
Okay. Go for it. Yes, do it.
That is a good point, though. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Also, it's healthier to have some carbs versus none.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think what we have in the house that is actually carbs.
I mean, there's carbs in depending on what kind of vegetables you eat, and obviously fruits have carbs.
Yeah, I do. I do like fruit, and I have fruit every day, so that's good. I'm having carbs that way.
Good.
So sad I missed out on the Deadman Omnibus going for a lot of money nowadays. That is, that's too bad. Does the Deadman Omnibus feature anyone saying, "Turn me on, Deadman"? No, that's only if you read it backwards. Obviously, that is an old joke that you guys don't get.
Tell us.
On the Beatles White Album, there was this hideous Yoko Ono influence thing called Revolution Number 9. And it's just 10 minutes of garbage art rock, supposedly. But it was during the whole Paul McCartney is dead thing. And if you play when they're saying number 9 in it, if you actually play it backwards, it sounds like he's saying, "Turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man." And that was one of the clues everybody was using to say that Paul was dead.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have that Deadman Omni, haven't read it yet, but I know it will be fun. It is pretty fun. And actually, as much as I don't care for Neil Adams' modern writing, he wrote a good chunk of it, and it's written well. Oh, wait, there was Kristen, what's a shirt you regret not getting? Have you missed out on any shirts?
No.
You've got all the shirts you want.
Yeah, I can't think of a shirt I regret not getting.
So that's one reason I want to get down to my goal weight so I can fit back into all the Boss comic book t-shirts I have. Mary, what is the funniest thing you have read recently, and audiobooks count?
I feel like Freddie's doing like some speed dating thing with the
I was gonna
question.
say, he's
Yeah, he's got a lot of questions.
Get to know you.
What are the most comfortable shoes you've owned?
The funniest thing I've read? I'd probably say those the Joker, the One Operation Joker manga books that came out on DC. Just like,
those are funny, huh?
Well, there are moments because, Joker raising a baby Batman, there are definitely moments where it's funny. So I think I'd say that.
I wish I could read that. It does sound funny. And I also want to read Superman Eats Meshy or whatever it is. Superman versus Meshy.
It's entertaining too, but the Batman was better.
Yeah, I think you would. Kristen and I, we're going to figure out a way to flip manga into a form for you to. It's going to be like you're going to receive this big package from us. It's going to be photocopied.
Yeah, we're just going to flip.
We're going to put it in right order and send it to you stapled. Because I think you'd enjoy that. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. There are only 3 volumes.
Yeah, not trying to make you read it. We know the deal, but I do think of all of the stuff that people try to shove your way, I think that's what you'd like.
They're also list price $10 each.
Is it on the DC app?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So couldn't I read it that way? Would it be Western style, or is it?
No, you'll still have to.
Oh, it's still back.
Yeah.
Eastern style, not backwards. Eastern style.
Right.
That's what I struggle with the most. Okay.
But you may be able to handle it better in a digital format.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, because you could do the what do you call that? The
panel by panel. I don't know if they have that on the app. Do they have that?
Oh, but it's on Hoopla. Isn't it on Hoopla?
Yeah.
I know Hoopla has panel by panel, so.
Okay.
That might be the way to do it.
Okay. Well, I'm in such.
You still have to in the bubbles read right to left.
Yeah, it still goes like this or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Dana, the Deadman Omni has the original inks. Just what are the most comfortable shoes you've owned? These kicks that I have on now are pretty comfy. These are and yeah, I have shoes on in the house, so don't be horrified.
He always does. We're more horrified that you're showing all that leg.
Woo!
It's these Kite Man ones from DC that I got. They're Kite Man shoes.
Are they
Not
they
Kite
look
Man.
Puma
I said
or
Kite
something.
Man. I mean, from the Suicide Squad movie, Polka Dot Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Freddie didn't ask me, but my Brooks I'm loving right now.
Your what?
Brooks.
Brooks shoes?
Yeah.
How about you, Mary? What are your most?
They've been saving my feet.
I love that tail.
I'm laughing at Kristen saying, "Well, Freddie didn't ask me, but I'm into the Skechers slip-ons. You can call me an old lady if you want, but they are so comfortable."
I'm not calling you an old lady. I believe it's called Jim's. The cheesesteak place is called Jim's. What month is Jess going to Philly? I will have to ask upper management that. Jess, if you want great pizza and cheesesteak in Philly, go to Angelo's Pizzeria. That makes me think that somebody else recommended a pizza and cheesesteak place, and I think it was like Gail Simone or somebody. Let me text upper management right now to find out when we're going. We're going twice to see our friends in Philly.
Well, you might have to sample a couple different places to compare them.
To be fair, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I know Mary has opinions.
Well, it's funny. Like I used to know, but I can't. It's been so long since I've been to Philly specifically to have cheesesteaks. I don't even remember. Like of course I've tried Jim's and I've a couple other places, but I'm rusty on saying like, oh yeah, you need to try out this place, that place. Yeah. I think Kane had recommendations for you too, right? For
yeah. She. Oh, maybe that. Maybe I confused Kane with Gail Simone. Maybe she was the one that said, "If you go to this place, it will change your life." Maybe that was Kane. Well, I'm in regular contact with her in the Discord, so I can find out there. But there's also the chat knows where I'm talking about because they corrected me on my pronunciation of the place. But it's for a shaved pork sandwich with gravy or something, and it's in the it's in the Reading Market, Danetti's or something. Nice. Okay, wait, let me find out when we're going. When are we going to Philly to see Shelly and Nick? ? Okay. Okay, so Angelo's. Okay, I already ordered that, so I can cross that off the list. Angelo's Pizza. Because if I'm at a pizza place, I'm going to have to try the pizza too, right?
For sure. Just get one slice. It's fine.
Yeah. Whoop. I've done this to Kristen before. It's still taking down everything that I said. One time, I think I sent Kristen the whole thing that I said just because it was funny. Up. Okay, stop. Okay. Yeah, Kristen, why are so many pitcher injuries happening this year?
You know, they just need to like work out that arm more. I think they need to stretch more and cool it a little bit, you know?
You know, that's a great question because the way they seem to change pitchers in a game, it's not from overuse. Everyone's might jump on me for that, but you know, I just remember like watching games when I was young and it's like pitcher, maybe they played less games, maybe that's why, but there weren't so many pitching changes in a game. Just drives me a little crazy.
Well, yeah, when you look at like Tom Seaver and Ferguson Jenkins and those guys back in the late 60s and 70s, they had a ton of complete games. Steve Carlton, all those guys had a ton of complete games, and I don't remember. Maybe it's because pitchers are throwing 100 miles per hour, and those guys back then weren't.
Maybe.
But
I
it
feel
is
like
kind
it. Sorry,
Go ahead.
Jess. No, I was going to say, I feel like at any moment we're going to get, well, actually, and someone's going to give us the
Somebody's
stats. Yeah.
anatomy and physiology of the
Yes.
pitching arm.
Yes.
I love that question, AS. Thank you. This might be it. They want to throw 100 miles per hour, and they
Yeah.
might not be taking care of themselves.
True.
My mom loves spending time in a comic shop when she visits my cousin, spams me for a whole hour. That is not my wife and our friends. Finished the JL Dark Omni this weekend. It was good, especially by the issues by Ram and Sumit Kumar. Yes. If you can believe that somebody wrote even better than Tiny Onion, Ram V, I'm socking into that this week. That Justice League Dark Rebirth one. Buddy. Okay. The weekend of July 26th and 27th. Oh, no, don't take it down. We're going to be going there the weekend of July 26th and 27th for cheesesteak, pizza. What else do you do in Philly? I don't know if I can bring myself to go see a baseball game there.
Yeah.
I have hated the Phillies with a fiery passion. I've disliked the Phillies with a fiery passion for so long.
I used to go, well, it was Vet Stadium at that time when I was young. I grew up down there.
Okay.
So I used to go to games, but now it would just be so weird. But I've been like living where I live now for so much longer. And like, I turned into a Mets fan, obviously, but it would be weird for me to go, I think, watch a game there now, especially if they were playing the Mets. But
you would not want to be a Mets fan in in a stadium full of Phillies fans.
It's just not fun.
No. Philadelphia fans in general, I think, are considered the worst in sport, right? Didn't Veterans Stadium used to have a jail where they would take drunken fans?
Yes, yes.
They'd have a judge and bring in the drunken fan that had thrown mustard on somebody, and boom, he'd spend the rest of the game in the hoosegow.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Okay, this is from I'm half an hour behind. Okay. Falling asleep in the hammock with the editor sending in full caps. Due today, Ed. Yeah, he's falling asleep. Okay, I don't know what Dawn Runner is, but is anyone looking forward to reading it? Is this a prose book or a comic? What are we? Neither one of you know?
Nope.
Muhammad, what is that? Oh, Bunk's reading it in singles. I'm really liking it. Art is astounding, and the action and concept has been really good. Okay, what is Dawn Runner? I'll jump to the bottom to see the answer. I think lazy writing is when you, as a reader, can guess a whole lot of the next steps before the author tells you all that. Yeah, after a couple pages, Kristen guessed the whole thing.
I was like,
Kello says the 2 books after the Reckless series were a bit weaker, also because the expectations are always high for Brew and Phillips. Yes. Oh, wow.
Mine are pretty normal.
Yeah, mine are normal, but I get what you're saying.
Mine are normal.
You have normal expectations?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts on Emma Frost? Whoever that is in the picture could play Emma Frost. I am aware that she's a fictional character. This is probably not the company for me to admit this in, but I'm going to admit it anyway. I have a comic book crush on Emma Frost.
We already know. We know, Jess.
Yeah, they know. And Magic and Scarlet Witch and X-23 and Rogue
statues. We know.
Yeah, Rogue's a current big fan. I'm a big fan of hers. So yeah, my thoughts on Emma are she's boss. She's, I think, the best X-Man.
My favorite.
And Kate Pryde. Kate Pryde's awesome in the Marauders. What are your thoughts on Emma Frost? Anybody?
I
Anybody?
prefer Rogue.
You prefer Rogue? Okay,
100%.
she's great. You're a
Yeah.
Rogue person.
hmm
How about you, Mary? Do you have a favorite X-woman? They're the only interesting characters in the X-Men. The X-women.
I think I'd go Rogue too.
Rogue, yeah,
Mary
she's
knows
really
what's up.
cool. I can't think of her name. She's a cosplayer that just popped up in my Instagram, and she was dressed as Rogue at a convention somewhere where there were a lot of cosplayers, men and women. And she did a video of her saying, "Why won't anyone shake my hand as Rogue?" And she goes up to a bunch of other cosplayers like Gambit and Magic and stuff, and some of them will shake their hand, and like Mystique, shook hands with Mystique, immediately died, and she tried to shake hands with all these cosplayers. It was really funny. How much time do you spend on an average reading per day?
That varies too much for me. I'm a big mood reader, so I can't dedicate, hey, I'm going to spend an hour every day or whatever. I can't do that.
Yeah. I try to read every day, but I don't often do it. But then Thursday, I read all 6 of these books for the Crime Corner.
Wow, you read 6 books. I couldn't do that. I don't know if I could do it.
I took breaks in between.
No, that's awesome.
I didn't watch any television, which I should have, because I need to watch Sandman. I really want to see Sandman because then I want to see Dead Boy Detectives. And yes, I know I'm supposed to watch Stranger Things.
I mean, that last season's going to come out, and you're going to be like,
it's going to get spoiled for me. And I know I need to see Bumblebees or whatever that show is you told me about.
Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. So Phantom Fool, it kind of, it's hard to say. I don't know. If you average it out, I don't know. I'm kind of like what Kristen said. If I get the bug, I read all 5 Brubaker Captain America omnis in a weekend because I couldn't stop. And then I may not have read anything for another 4 days. So
I have moments like that too, where I'll be like, suddenly I've read 3 books in a day, and I'm like, how did this happen? When I haven't read for like a week or something. You know?
But you were so into it, you just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really fun when that happens, when you're just like,
right?
You're really digging the books.
Yeah.
That's what we live for.
I find it hard to force it. And that's what being a mood reader is, right? You have to be in the mood.
Yeah. And do you get in the mood for a kind of genre? Like, I'm in the mood for this today, or do you kind of just look at your shelf and something pops out at you?
I'll kind of look around. If I have homework reading, I obviously have to prioritize that, which makes it a little less fun. But yeah, I just look around and I'm like, okay, I definitely don't feel like that, but I'll read this. Lately, it's been, hey, what do I think I'll read? And I don't want to keep. And that's what I've been trying to prioritize.
But
do you
that's
have Age of
frustrating, right?
Apocalypse? The X-Men book, Age of Apocalypse?
Yeah.
You should put it on eBay. It's getting big money.
Is it?
Oh. Do it,
Yeah.
Kristen.
I'm pretty sure I do. That's one
You
of
have
the
it in-
older ones, right?
Yeah, it's from the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
I learned that in my Discord today, and I plucked it from my shelf, and it's over in the sales room now.
Is that an OHC?
It's an Omni.
Okay, I don't have the Omni. I may have an OHC of it. That's maybe what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay. It's the Age of Apocalypse. I don't have any insider information, but if it's out of print now, there's somebody that's on that case and is going to make sure it gets reprinted now. So
I do have that Legion Omni, which I feel like is out of print.
Oh, I think that is out of print.
Yeah.
That's a good book. I enjoyed that book, but if someone wants to hand me 2 bills for it, I'll say I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Take it. Is anyone reading from Pittima? Is anyone reading the new Conan series, Savage Sword? I'm loving it as I wait for the Omnis from Heroic Titan from Thomas and Roy Thomas. Oh, she left because she heard the name Roy Thomas. And Barry Windsor Smith. Yeah, I made a mistake and sold that first Omni. Okay, we're not talking.
I'm dumb. I have it.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, wait, I do have that.
Yeah, it's selling for real money.
Well, let's go because
Yeah.
I read the majority of this and I was like, this Magneto Rogue stuff is not it.
What I haven't even read it. Mine's still sealed, of course.
Yeah, mine is open, but
Was that the relationship that I was complaining about from X-Men 97?
yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't in the purge of 90s stuff, the only things I kept were Inferno and Age of Apocalypse. Because those seemed like important kind of times and big storylines that really affected the X-Men line. But even if it's been read, you're still going to be able to get Dosh for it.
Yeah, I have a companion too. I assume that's maybe out of print as well.
I didn't know there was a companion, so you'll have to look that one up.
Okay.
Sell them as a set.
I was gonna
Sure.
say you could maybe make more. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well-
you could probably make 3 bills on a set.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Give me a crib mattress. That's right.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you can't sleep on books. Gotta get a crib mattress. I'm not reading the new Conan series. Perhaps somebody else is. I am going to get that first Barry Windsor Smith one, though. I shouldn't have sold that. There's enough content of OmniDog that we can provide him new books, interact with him as an AI until the end of time.
Very true.
Ilan is talking Schitt's Creek about you. Even if Mary watched all of Schitt's Creek, she still wouldn't admit it.
I would. I'd own it.
Yeah,
I'd
and
have
she
to own
wouldn't.
it.
She just wouldn't watch it.
Listen, you over there.
This guy. AS is correct. There's plenty of data to train an AI large library model. Wait, there's a two-parter. That is, these are your Scotty Young figs.
Oh,
The Scotty Young figs are amazing. I take full blame, but not accepting invoices at this time. Okay. Next Imaginaut has a two-parter. Real talk. If DC actually does drop the ball on the original Adams Batman art in future Batman and Brave and the Bold Omnis over the next several years, I and or your flock will personally commission a custom, properly oversized Omni with beautiful paper and a book ribbon for you and all of that material. Let's not wait. Let's get that going now. Thank you, Next Imaginaut. That is very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Wow. That is actually a nice thing. Jess, when are you and Kristen going to a show on Unbeatable Squirrel Omnibus? We need it before baby Harley Quinn arrives.
oof, you better get reading.
That's a lot to read, and that
is a lot to read. I don't think we're going to attack that in a single show. That might be a continuing thing.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm after Justice League Dark JLD Rebirth, I'm open to anything else. I just really, really, really want to read that. Booster's reading his first Marvel, Hoxpox.
Wow.
You can't really not have any carbs. You can cut it way down, though. Carbs are everywhere.
You can not have carbs. It is not healthy, but
yeah. And then we get a lot of diet talk. Love that Beatles reference, Jess. Yeah, there we go. Somebody knows. My boy Larry does. Okay, keto, intermittent fasting. No, I'm under a doctor's care. I've been buying a lot of shirts lately. Okay, cool. LL says, Pity Ma, the first 12 issues for the new Conan are amazing, especially the first and third arc with Robert De La Torre art. OmniDog's Vault. I've heard a reverse play Beatles song that sounds like I Buried Paul. Yeah, that's at the end of Strawberry Fields. And they claim they're saying I'm very bored, but it sounds like I Buried Paul. I know I still remember all of the Paul is dead clues. So if you ever want me to do a stream on that and get really bored, I can lay them on you. Because it was a big deal when I was 10 years old. Holding out for an OHC of that new Conan series. Okay, I'm with Larry. I will do that too. Pity Mom, Marvel's original Savage Sword one was almost entirely drawn by Buscema. I think she's referring to the first regular Conan by Roy Thomas. Not your Christian Louboutin 6-inch heels, Jess? No, I don't wear those in the house. I wear those when we go out on a date. William Lee, who's going to owe me a burger. Jess is a savage for wearing shoes indoors. Yes, that is. I am. I hate Fairyland. Volume 1 was so good. I wish Volume 2 had lived up to it. I remember liking both. I don't remember that it dropped off, but I could go back and check it out. Here's my Discord. Thank you. Here's dating questions. Oh, this is when you said it looked like a speed dating thing. What are you looking for? What was your most recent relationship like? Ended. Where do you want to go after this? Is that what dating is like?
Yeah, Freddie.
Freddie's
I mean,
Freddie, this might explain why you're still single.
right, and we're all married, so some of those are hard to answer with our current status.
Yeah, Patty, what are you looking for? I'm looking for you. What was your most recent relationship like? Her relationship was terrible. That's why I got so lucky. Where do you want to go after this? She dropped me off at home. That was, it was love at first sight for me, but it took a little bit of wearing her down. Actually, I took my sister-in-law's advice and ignored her for a couple of weeks, and yink, I nabbed her.
I hate to admit, I think the ignoring thing does work, only because it makes you really, it gives you time to, it gives the woman time, or the whomever time,
Sure,
to like think about like if they care that you're not talking to them at the moment. So I really do think it works. I think that's why. But
yeah, I don't know how it works now in the texting environment, because I don't know if people expect a text. If you're dating, I don't know if someone you're interested in, do you expect a text back right away? I mean, on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that's one of the episodes I just saw where Adam Sandberg's character hadn't gotten a text in 2 seconds back from his girlfriend. And so, but I went to my sister-in-law who lived here at the time for advice, because I was coming on too strong. I fell in love with Patty at first sight. I totally did. And I was just coming on too strong. And my sister-in-law's advice was, you should kind of lay low for a little bit. Try not to be such a puppy with a wagging tail there. Why don't you kind of cool it? And so I kind of cooled it, and it worked. I mean, it wasn't like a plan. That wasn't my, I don't mean, I'm not trying to come off as some kind of Lothario where I plan to, well, I was interested in her. What do you want from me, everybody? I just talked myself into my own hole there. I don't know what I'm doing. Pityma says, I totally agree, and art from Roberto is spot on. I hope Roy and Barry are going to blow my mind. Love Conan, so late to the show, but I'm grabbing everything now. Just ordered a Blaze set. Well, oh, this is Alon's answers to those questions. Someone who knows something about quality sound, my therapist, the bedroom. Oh, wish I had tidied up before. Nolan Ryan threw a bunch of complete games, and he threw as hard as anyone now. Also true.
True.
The Reading market seems nice, like the Philly version of the West Side market. Yeah, Denix. What I mispronounced, I called it the Reading market, and somebody corrected me and said it's the Reading market. Yeah, it's Denix where I'm getting the pork sandwich. Well, are you my friend or not, Cycle? That's the weekend. Come on. Man up or something. Yes, Philly fans are nasty. Ew, yeah, they are. Okay, so Dawn Runner is Rom V's latest. Dawn Runner's Rom V book. Dawn Runner's the Rom V version of Pacific Rim. Ooh. Yankee Girl always. Mets better destroy the Phillies, even though the Mets.
Well, it's 6-1 right now, not the Mets.
Welcome to our lives. Welcome to my life for almost 60 years now. And pity my, don't hold it against you that you are a Yankee fan. Yeah, we know. Kitty Pryde forever. She's called Kate now. Oh, Gambit would shake. Wow, that really reads like a thought bubble Remy would have. The Always Sunny. Oh, that's a show I need to watch. Always Sunny episode where the Phillies hosted the World Series was hilarious. During the tailgate, they got into a fist fight with Philly Fanatic and ended up in front of a judge. LOL.
Have you never seen any of it?
I haven't. It's been
Oh,
Omni
man.
Bros, Lou especially. Lou
Yeah, you
and
have to. It's great.
Lou and what's that guy's name from Very Fine Condition? He recommends it all the time. And there's like 13 seasons or now something, aren't there?
Yeah, they're short though.
Oh, it is?
And the episodes are short.
Oh. It's still a lot. Just kiss, marry, avoid. Thank you for changing that. Between Emma Frost, Rogue, and Magic. Well, I can't kiss Rogue. Avoid. I have to avoid one of those? I'm not playing this game. Forget it.
I was enjoying Kristen's face during that.
Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, right. I decided not to. And here's heyo, it's Lucas. Welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Conan is the reason the universe created the omnibus. I'm not going to argue with you, Planet. People, okay, Pity Ma and Freddie loving the new Conan. I know Freddie's a big Conan fan. You can do that stream together with the Paul is Dead comic. That's right. There was a Batman comic that had that. Yeah, that sort of addressed that.
Didn't we read, like, what was the one we read that was from Image? Was it not Paul is Dead?
You guys did a show. Yeah, you did.
And we both hated it.
Oh, and then there was a follow-up for Jim Morrison that we hated.
Yeah.
There were two books that we read from the same team where they posited that Paul actually died and he relocated.
Yeah, that Paul is Dead was just awful.
And then, then they did the same team did a Jim Morrison one.
I don't think we read that together.
Oh, okay. I read it myself then, and it was just as bad.
Yeah,
wow.
I could have predicted that.
Holy smoke. That was some downriver people territory.
Yeah, it was.
Can we create an AI dog now and feed in comics to see what he thinks? They're the ones I get the most. They're the ones I get the most. LMAO. I don't ask those.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
sure.
Freddie, big dater.
Freddie out there. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Ignoring things works. Could be confused with ghosting, and people move on quick. Okay, that is the texting thing. Yeah. Back when the only way we had to communicate was a physical phone plugged into the wall and an answering machine. There was no ghosting. I mean, it was just the person wasn't interested in me. I got ghosted a couple of times. Now in these terms. Cycle, what are the Paul hints on the cover of Sgt. Pepper? Let's see. There's a hand being held over his head, which is supposed to be the symbol of death from some other country. In the black and white version, there's the modern Beatles, and then there's the older Beatles, and Paul is looking down at his grave. Let's see. He has on, does he have on a different carnation? Or is that the back? He's looking down at his grave. Let's see. Let me pull that. Do I have that right here? I know I have a souped up version of it. Beatles, 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 Beatles. Of course, I don't have what I'm trying to find, and that is Sgt. Pepper. I just organized these frickin' things. What the heck? Okay, so what did I miss, Cycle? Besides my album, which I can't seem to find. True facts. I ignored my husband in the beginning and happily married for 28 years. Oh, yeah, I do remember this story. Paul once gave a thumbs up to my father and myself. That was pretty cool. I remember that. Wasn't it in the airport or something, Booster? Sucks that I had to miss so much of the show today. Well, welcome back. I'm not a big fan of sitcoms. Okay. What are you a big fan of?
Bar's not a big fan of a lot, I've noticed.
Yeah. She's very open about what she doesn't like.
I have to admit, I'm not a huge sitcom person either. I guess I would say current day sitcoms. Kim always tells me, she's like, you don't like comedy, which, oh, she's yelling, you don't. I guess she's home now. Yeah, so I get it, Bar. We agree on that.
Well, but I mean, if you think about it, It's Always Sunny, it's been around like 16 years. So like that's not current day. That ain't start current day.
Hey, Kristen just actually me.
It's also not really a sitcom though, I would argue, but
what
but I didn't say I wouldn't watch that though.
Yeah.
I am a little intrigued about that show.
Is Modern Family considered a sitcom?
Oh, 100%.
Kim loves Modern Family. I like it. I don't dislike it.
I loved that show.
I never finished it, but I like what I watched. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to pick it back up. It did change, and of course, this always happened when the little kids grow up. You know, Luke's just not as funny as he was when he was 8 years old and jumping up and down on the trampoline in his underwear with a box on his head. To me, that was funny. But now that he's a teenager and Manny's a teenager, it's still funny, but it's just not quite as funny as it was.
It's kind of like Malcolm in the Middle, which I loved.
I love that too.
The early seasons were better than later because they grew up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that show. That show was so good. Lord Humongous and I are taking a break from yard work and soaking in the relationship advice. Also, how to get dogs to graze. You don't want your dogs to eat grass. You need to get you need to work in sheep, I think.
Yeah, if they're eating grass, they got tummy aches.
Yeah. Queen Lily came in here and threw up grass the other day. Thank you for that visit, Queen Lily. I didn't post that one on Instagram, but she comes in.
Lunar issue, but okay.
She comes in and then she goes up to sleep and we forget she's there because we're not cat owners. We went to go run errands, or we went someplace for 2 hours, and we both looked at each other and said, "Did you let the cat out?" And we're like, No. So the cat's just here chilling while we were gone, and she was fine with it. I just started Always Funny, and it's hilarious. Always Sunny is great. Around 10 episodes a season. I can handle that.
Similar to Schitt's Creek, except way less seasons.
Only 6 seasons. That is true. It's hard to make me laugh, and Always Sunny makes me pee my pants. I've missed you, Lucas. I'm glad you're back. Sorry, Christian, I've been up to mischief. I did rattle it off the top of my head. Wait, what are we talking about? We're still in relationship advice. Are we was that Sgt. Pepper's? No, because I did Sgt. Pepper's about 2 seconds ago. It's better to get ghosted than stood up, but still feels awful. I tell all my friends, don't break up. The scene is bad. Oh, well, he is answering. Well, there's technically 10 of them, but the flowers supposedly spell out Paul is the one I thought you'd get. Oh, I forgot that one. Oh my God. I'm the person who ghosts people. It's you, Bar.
Bar.
We're not surprised, Bar.
Comic Slayer, please clarify with Jess what the publisher of the Frog book is.
Oh, that's because like it was like a who's on first situation.
Oh, between
It's
you
like
and me?
second at best press, I believe, is what it's called.
What's it called?
Second at best press, I believe. I don't have it near me. I can tell you.
Oh, and we were going back and forth with not figuring it out.
Well, you weren't. You weren't figuring it out.
Well, that's what made it funny.
He did it on purpose.
I like action, fantasy, thrillers, mystery, horror, and good comedy, usually movies. I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine was the only sitcom that I loved. Good. Oh, and I forgot sci-fi. I love Grey's Anatomy and Station 19, so that's its own category, LOL. I don't know Station 19. What is that?
It's just as soapy as Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
It's a soapy drama.
Yeah. Oh,
So she likes soapy dramas.
You like soapy dramas. I'm all caught up.
Wow.
The universe is going to collapse now. Okay. So, after that, here's the question. What are you looking forward? We know I'm looking forward to reading JLD Rebirth. But you're a mood reader, Kristen. Is there anything you'd like to read here in the near future?
Well, I do, as Mary said, I do want to get to these very soon to finish Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. That's a big one. I don't know. Now I have to look around and see what I'm in the mood for.
Okay. And while you're doing that, Mary, do you have your sights set on any particular comic that you're interested in?
I started reading Peter David's Incredible Hulk, the Omni.
Oh,
and
I haven't read that yet.
I've been really enjoying it, and I just kind of fell off reading it, getting back to it. I read like maybe the first 100 pages, so I would like to go back to that because I've really been enjoying it. The thing with reading Omnis, though, even though we all love them and buy them, I just find they're like a little clunky for my life during the week. It's not like I'm throwing that in my work bag. So, if I get home from work and I'm like in the mood to read, that's typically when I'll read it. So, depends on how my work week is going, basically, is what I'm saying. So, but I'd like to get back into that.
And Freddie and Max and I were in a conversation on Facebook about X Factor, and I read X Factor 2 and 3. It was so good just in that weekend.
Wow.
By Peter David. It was, and I was not familiar with those characters at all, but it was really, really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I can recommend that.
I may have to steal Reed's Goiter and read it. I just love how floppy this thing is.
That's right. That has the first issue in it that I have not been able to find since Cycle got me hooked on Goiter.
They reprinted it, or he reprinted it with us.
Right. I've got that.
But no, the first issue. Separately.
I've got that. Yeah, no, I've got that.
So you got the first issue that you said you couldn't find.
In that book.
No. I'm saying when he printed this, he reprinted the first issue.
Yeah, and I got that.
Mary, do you get it?
See, Remco knows what's going on.
I don't know if I get it.
I bought the book. I bought the book in your hand. So that's how I'll read.
The first issue of Goiter that was out of print, he reprinted it.
Yeah.
The single first issue.
Yes.
Separate from that book.
Separate from this book.
Yes. I know.
Okay. Do you know? I don't think you know. You just said you didn't have it.
I don't. I don't need it because I've got that book. I was
okay.
What? The first issue isn't reprinted in the collection.
You should have gotten the first issue.
I
bought it with this book.
It's not. What do you mean the first issue isn't reprinted in the collection? It's a collection of Goiter. What the hell is this? I have to. So where do I buy the first issue now that I know it's out?
If it's still available, I bought this and the first issue from his shop.
I
don't know if it is. I haven't gone back.
I thought
I got these for Reed. because he didn't have the first issue.
This sounds like hard work.
Gee whiz. The first issue is not good enough, according to Josh Pettinger. Whoop. The Sneakverse is the new MCU, but in comics. Goiter keeps giving Jess a headache. Yeah, now I'm pissed. But it was good for the show, that little bit. I disagree with Freddie. Hulk by Peter David is great once you get to Joe Fixit, issue 347, and then it really takes off. Maestro is awesome too. Peter David books are great. Love 2099 too. Hulk is the best during Omnis 2 and 3. Oh, and that's where Saz was disagreeing. Hulk by Pad. Here's a good question. What's a universally loved book that for some reason you just can't start? I've been meaning to read Ennis Hellblazer for so long now. LOL.
I read that as Can't Stand, and I was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, start.
Universally loved book that for some reason you just can't start. Goiter. Now because I don't have the first issue.
I don't think that's universally loved either.
Oh, damn it.
I have a TV show to answer this question.
Schitt's Creek?
And Station 19 is Bar said is a Grey's Anatomy spinoff, as Kristen said. Okay. Universally loved book.
I feel like I haven't started Usagi ever.
Oh,
and I want to at some point, but
okay, that'll be my answer too. I only read the first volume, and I did not continue.
I think I'd say Sandman. I actually, I have the first 2 audiobooks from Audible. They're supposed to be like really well done, but I know you didn't ask audiobook form, but I think that would be it.
Audiobooks are legit.
I feel like that's something that universally everybody always talks about, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know anything about it.
I didn't love
it.
No, you read it?
I read 1 volume. I didn't love it.
Okay.
I had to read it for a class in college.
Oh.
A class in college?
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Damn.
It's a graphic novels class. It lasted 1 semester. One I took it.
There
were like 10 people in there. We also read the weirdest stuff. We read Ghost World. I was the only one who liked it.
I love that.
I do.
I love that movie too.
Same.
Me too.
Only one who liked it. So I had to like defend it against the whole class. It was very weird. They were like, teenagers don't act like this. I was like, I kind of did. What do you mean? Like, I don't know what you're saying.
Kristen, that could have been your YouTube roots. Like that's what made you, you know.
I love the opening scene in that movie where it's panning across all these people like watching TV, just being bored, doing things, doing nothing, and then she's rocking out to that Indian pop music or whatever. I got the album just so I could listen to that song, and she's just going nuts listening to that, and I thought that just set the tone perfectly for that film. I thought it was so good. I'm going to do an overview on Goiter and all the books that Cycle sent me, but now it's not complete.
I was gonna say, you should probably make sure you know what's in the book first, right?
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't assume anything because it makes an ass out of me. That would be funny. It's not. It's Twig. Twig
I
is
would
the book.
love to see Larry read Goiter.
Oh.
I don't even know what Goiter's about.
I'm sure it would not be a good thing.
Oh, the Discord book club. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He would call this stick art.
Stick art?
Yeah. Like we gave him that Box Brown book and he's like, stick figure art. It's like, all right, buddy.
Maybe I should send you a copy of Goiter. I don't know that it'll be your cup of tea, Bar, but
I cannot imagine Bar liking this.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as something you might care for. I mean, I could certainly send you a copy. It's not expensive to, I mean, I'm going to ship all your stuff to James and he's going to send you a huge care package.
To be fair, the book is expensive though.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I forget.
This thing was like $25, I think. Yeah.
Is that with the signed book plate?
Well, I didn't get a book plate. I just got mine signed.
Oh, yours came signed. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, cool.
very cool. I got a book plate
But
instead.
it's because of this paper. I mean, this paper is expensive to print. Like it's like newsprint.
Okay. Cycle, why haven't you popped up in the chat saying you're sending me goiter number 1?
I don't think he has extras, unless he could have bought the reprint extras.
Yeah. Okay. What's the site? Do we know what the site is that you go to?
Probably the Floating World Well, hold on.
Floating World Comics.
You trying to buy it live?
Yeah. Because I want the damn book so I can do the review like
No,
hello.
that's the direct publisher. It's on Josh's site.
Floating World Comics. Okay.
It's not it. Goiter.bigcartel.com.
What? Okay. What?
But it's sold out. So
Oh no.
what kind of crappy environment am I living in? That really
these things are like
sucks.
small print runs, you know. That's what happens.
Cycle. You did this to me on purpose. I have a terrible problem where I want to read when I'm with people and want to hang out when reading.
I get that.
I avoid people, so I don't have that problem. But Mary can relate. Sandman's another of Doug's. IDW TMNT, is that universally loved? I loved it. Okay, I have to go get this goiter book now to prove to myself what the hell's happening in it. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
You think Cycle's not being for real with you? I believe him.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, this is his expertise.
It's
So
kind of his thing.
yeah, for sure. You're like, sorry, it's sold out.
I knew it would be.
Yeah. Is he the type that he'll print more or?
I think he hadn't printed that. It's like
Oh,
that was
really?
only the second printing. I think if Cycle was in the chat, I don't know that he is now because he would have probably been saying stuff.
Yeah.
But that was the first I'd heard of it because I was on the lookout because Reed had gotten all these other issues. And
Yeah.
he missed out on the first one.
Jess, you might have to go to eBay.
Okay.
If they're even on there.
Oh, really?
Small print.
Well, maybe it's not important in context of reading this. Yet, Bar, I mean, this book does feel cool.
I just want to sit here and hold it and move it around. It's so nice.
It is really cool.
It's got a great flop. Smells nice.
Does smell nice.
Right?
This is what I got. Oh, I got it from Secret Headquarters. Maybe they have it.
They probably don't. He directly published it, so.
Kristen, that shop in Philly, could Jess look for it there? Or is that not what they do?
I mean, if they bought any, but that would probably be on their website if they had any, and I bet they don't now.
I got you.
It's all right. I've already talked myself into it being okay.
It obviously wasn't important if he didn't put it in the book.
Yeah.
As in, like, important to the story.
And somebody said that he didn't think it was good enough to republish.
Cycle said that.
Oh, Cycle.
Somebody.
That guy.
Knowledge.
Freaking guy. I took 2 comic classes in college with Michael Rake. I know, that's awesome. Okay, now they're talking about what a goiter is. I don't care for gaming, comics, or prose usually, but his movies and TV work give me lots of joy. I think you'll dig the audiobooks, Mary.
Oh, cool.
I do have a couple of his movies. Now that I think about it, there was one with Michelle Pfeiffer in it. Was that Stardust? I think that was Stardust. Of course, I bought it and haven't watched it. I have an issue, man.
Yeah, we all do.
I really liked Goiter. Very subversive. Never assume with Harvey Picard's Ghost Rex. They don't abide by logic or reason. Cycle, where are you? Goiter was nominated for the Big Comics Prize at the Comics Fest here in Europe. I made it back. Did I miss any news about Mary watching Schitt's Creek tonight?
Sorry, James.
No. You missed some awkward dating questions, Goiter and Conan talk. It's about right. Yes, I know. Yes, I am. Yeah, he is. He does know his indie comics. Rafa, hello.
Rafa?
Mary, which character would get you to buy another Scotty Young figure?
I really like the Hulk. I don't know why I haven't. He's so cute. He's got a little belly.
Is there a Rogue figure?
There's
Is there
not.
a Rogue? There's
Unless
not.
there is
Not?
one. Yeah, because that's the one I'd look for.
And then I keep an eye on. I think it's. I'd have to get it on eBay, but the Rocket Raccoon. I love Rocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd probably be the other one. But they're all. I mean, with the Scotty Young figures, like I more so base it on if they're on sale or I can get a good price. That's kind of when
Yeah.
I hop on them.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, did we talk about... Oh, you were saying you were having trouble getting into the Peter David Hulk.
No, I said
Mary.
I'm enjoying it. I just
Oh, you
haven't
are enjoying it.
Yeah, I just haven't revisited it. I read like the first probably 100 pages or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just likes to make up book reviews we never
That's
have.
okay.
He's like, you hated this book.
Hated
it. I did credit you, Comic Slayer, in my latest video, which was like 2 weeks ago. Read this, not that.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even mess around.
Yeah, I meant to text you about it, but yeah, I appreciate that. I was also like, what a choice to compare this to the newspaper.
Well, it's true. Why would you read the newspaper when you have the lovely Tea Dragon Society?
Now, did you buy a newspaper just for that, or did you have it?
It was digital. I have the Washington Post, which I've ignored for about a year now.
Okay.
Digitally, I held up.
Do you have a subscription though, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're paying for it.
Yeah, for the newspaper that I ignore because it's nothing but horrible news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I held up. I said, don't read the newspaper and blah, 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 blah. Instead, read Tea Dragon Society, which Comic Slayer OmniCat hipped me on, or words to that effect. The French make some nice comics. The Goiter Amazon story was so awesome. Yeah, and it seems chillingly real, where Amazon takes over the world. It makes our lives unbearable. No, I'm not following Poison Ivy monthly. I was. I should. Oh, that last issue was wow. Okay, I'll start up again. I read through digitally where the second hardcover stops, and I haven't continued. But yeah, I have that DC. That's the best. James, you gotta get you gotta get a picture of this. Let me see if I can screen cap this. There we go. Is that comfortable for her?
What are you looking at, Buffy?
Look at her.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna stare at this for a while.
She's like, what are you doing, Ma?
I want to be in this.
Oh, there she goes. She gonna launch?
Let's see. Just gonna sit there, Buff. Yep.
This is the best. You've got you're like magic with Lockjaw, or Buffy's your Lockjaw.
Oh,
Up.
yeah.
Oh, there
Alright.
she goes.
All right.
That was the highlight of the show, though.
All
Here's
right.
Scotty Young. Freddie just sent this to
Look
me.
at his belly.
See, look at his little belly. He's so cute. His
Look at
hair.
hair. I can see why you'd want this. This is
Right?
actually pretty cool. Thanks, Freddie. I was hoping he texted me where a copy of Goiter #1 was, but it's not to be. It is not to be. Boosters reading Poison Ivy. Good, good. That was Charlie. That was Stardust. Also has Charlie Cox and Robert De Niro. Right. I do have that. I need to watch that at some point in time. Rafa is saying hello to Mary M. and hello to the Comic Slayer.
Hello.
I'm dying to know where G. Willow Wilson goes with next with this series. This is the first time it feels like the first chapter of this series is over. Interesting. Okay. You don't technically need Goiter 1. It's all independent shorts. You won't be able to find it, but I can keep my eyes peeled. Well, I appreciate that, Cycle. I will review this and the other comics you sent me. That's actually, I should do. Oh, what? I'm going to go off of that because that reminds me, because I'm going to do a Bang review and I want to review the books I have of, at the same time, review the books I have of Reed's. What are still in print for Reed?
I can ask Reed.
Okay. Because I don't think I have, and I think the ones I don't have are probably out of print, but I can at least review what I have.
Do you know what you don't have?
I don't think I have Sad Religion.
Okay.
Or I have Diabetes or whatever that.
Diabetes is for lovers.
Yeah.
What if he just named it I Have Diabetes? That one's still in print.
Okay.
Sad
I can
Religion
order.
Isn't? Yeah, you can order Diabetes on his website.
Okay.
Sad Religion isn't, but I could ask him if he has a copy somewhere in the house. Like
okay.
And I'll see. I'm not sure that he does, but.
Okay, because I'd like to review Josh's book and Reed's book together in the same video as, self-published creative creators. And then I do a separate video with all the stuff Cycle sent me. He didn't send me this, but he sent me all these other Goiter comics and stuff. So I do need to do a review of that. Maybe I should do that after I read JLD. Okay. Mary M., are you a physical media collector, DVD and Blu-ray?
Sometimes. I don't keep up on it. Similar to the way I buy the figures, the statues, not statues, figures. If I see a good price on something, particularly I love 80s movies, just brings me back to a time I loved. So, if I'm out and about or if I'm on Amazon, wherever, and I see like a movie like, The
Breakfast
Karate
Club.
Kid, Breakfast Club, any of those movies, I will definitely snag them. So yes and no, but I don't keep on top of it though. I don't know what the latest releases are or anything like that.
Yeah. Do you love 16 Candles?
I do.
Okay, good. I do too. And I was trying to recommend it to Kristen, but Reed was DVD blocking me.
I've only seen, I want to see it. I've only seen Pretty in Pink from
oh yeah, Pretty in
that
Pink.
whole collection.
Yeah.
And I was just so mad at the end. So mad.
At the end of Pretty in Pink?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I was disappointed in that movie.
Oh man.
I definitely was not disappointed in 16 Candles. Gosh, I love that movie.
Another one I love is Weird Science. You
Oh,
ever see
yeah.
Weird Science?
Yeah. That's the first appearance of Bill Paxton, right? As the jerky brother.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that was his first appearance. He was such a good actor.
I mean, I loved Anthony Michael Hall in that. What was that Stephen King show? Why can't I think of the name of it?
Oh, I watched that, Kristen. Oh,
yeah, I love
man.
that show. I'm looking it up because I can't remember the name of
Is
it.
it a TV show?
The Dead Zone.
Dead Zone, yeah.
Yeah, he's great in that.
Oh, Dead Zone. I like Firestarter with Drew Barrymore.
Wow, I haven't
That
seen
was
that in forever.
Yeah, I only saw it once, but I remember liking it. Wait, Dead Zone, was that with Christopher Walken, the original movie?
This was a TV
This is a TV
series.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think
I
if there was
wonder
a
if
movie that was something different.
Oh, what am I thinking of with like Christopher Walken? Does it have to do with telepathy?
I can't
Yeah.
even remember.
Well, he's like a I think he's like a is he like a psychic or
I feel like Dead Zone was a movie with Christopher Walken for some reason. Because I remember liking that. I could be thinking of something.
There is a film called The Dead Zone.
Okay. Is Christopher Walken in it?
he is in the chats and yeah, the Walken movie came first, he's saying.
Okay. Oh, I'm way behind again. That's good. The Dead Zone movie with Walken came first, then they made a TV series in the 90s. Okay, good. I did like that movie a lot. We are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the Goiter Hall unboxing. Oh, when was that? Maybe I should wait until then. Washington Post is a Bezos publication, so you're subtly starting the revolution just not by not reading it. There's just so much bad news, and I just can't. It's bad for my sobriety, is what it is. So
You are still paying for it though. Maybe you should cancel that.
I know. I'm wondering if maybe if a certain something happens, if I'll go back to reading the paper. I'll have to tell you off air because I don't even want to bring it into the universe.
I feel like I can guess, but yeah, I'd like to know exactly what you're thinking.
If that happens, then I would start reading the paper again.
That's fair.
I just can't. Yeah. Wait, let's see. Okay, wait. Now I need to go back. Watch Stardust tonight. If you haven't watched it yet, it will make for a pleasant Saturday night. I think that we're going to watch Glass Onion because Patty loved Knives Out. And so I haven't even proposed this yet. I don't think Patty would be into Stardust. I had such a hard time starting the March series. Finally made myself start it this week and loving it.
That's understandable too, though.
Yeah,
it's especially to be in the mood for it. It's difficult.
Yeah, it's kind of unbelievable that in my lifetime they had to actually make it a law that people had to be treated equally.
Yeah,
it's kind of blows my mind that now that I look back at it. It also blows my mind that Hogan's Heroes was a popular TV show 20 years after World War II. I still don't get that one. I'm not equating them. I'm just saying that that's odd.
Well, it's like women couldn't vote fairly recently, really.
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, when you really think about it, it wasn't that long ago. There are so many things in history we can say that about, right? You're like,
yeah, totally.
It wasn't long ago, right?
Yeah. Well, within my lifetime, there's a bunch of things. But it's especially that civil rights thing. Just recently, I've been reflecting on it like, wow, they had to make that a whole law. Yeah. That's really unbelievable. First 22 Poison Ivy is like one big saga, and issue 23 is the big conclusion. Something new has to start after this. We already said this was 15 minutes ago. See, Larry. Bye. Thank you for joining us. Glad you're enjoying those trades that Kristen gifted you. Anyone in the tri-state area going to New Jersey Garden State Comics Fest in Morristown? It's all about comics, and the Simonsons will be there with other great creators June 22nd. Are you going to that, Mary?
I might go to that. That's one I've been to before. It's great. It's a great size, not too people-y, as you would say.
Good.
And it's not far from me. So
Heroes Con was my cup of tea.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
it really was. Yeah.
Even on Saturday, it was more people, but boy, tons of space. You were never felt crowded.
Yeah, the way they space it out is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only issue was that Roy Thomas line. That was like an issue, but otherwise it was great.
But what we got out of it was so worth it.
Right.
The latest Goiter is technically the third printing. He self-published the first that I think was only a double-digit print run. Then Stranger Publishing put it out with a new cover. Then the latest reprint was essentially the same as the Stranger's reprint.
New cycle, no.
But they put out the Dynamite Diva collection. Okay, but you say I don't really need it to read the whole thing, so that's cool.
You just want it now.
I'm actually over it.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, good.
I am. Yeah.
Wow, that didn't take long.
No, yeah. There's a little personal growth here that happened right
Nice.
now. Yeah.
Love that for you.
Well
yeah.
done.
Thank you. I feel good about it. Rafa is a collector of comic books, graphic novels, and physical media. I had asked this question for OmniDog too. I collect a lot of classic indie films, especially horror, sci-fi, and neo-noir genre. Wow,
Nice.
neo-noir. I collect a lot of things and don't get to them. So I actually have a pretty big library of physical media for me. DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks. I have listened to all my vinyl, I feel like. I collect vinyl. I get games that I ignore. I have my favorite genre, and I totally ignore it, even though I love it, are the Hong Kong movies. With like, darn it, he was in Rogue One. It's not Jackie Chan. It's anyway. I have a whole ton of Hong Kong martial arts movies. I love that stuff. And then DC animated, and then my favorite things like Napoleon Dynamite and Step Brothers and stuff like that. I got Community because Community and 30 Rock, because they had some episodes, and MASH, they had some episodes that I bet are going to be taken off the air if they haven't already been. So I want to know them. So maybe I need to get the DVD set of Always Sunny, because I heard there's some really inappropriate things in that, which I am.
That's been since the beginning, though. So I think it's there.
That's what I'm here for. I want that. I want the stuff that people say I can't watch. Japanese neo-noir movie that I had on my collection. It is the 1980 thriller named Violent Cop. And yes, a Japanese noir film from 1989. Violent Cop. Okay. Here's a good question. Is there anything else missing from the Goiter trade paperback? I found it difficult to figure out what exactly was included if I don't have the singles available. Do you collect physical media?
I used to, back when Blu-rays were more popping, I guess. I liked the steel books for a bit and things like that, but I haven't bought one in ages, I think.
You make me think. You mentioned Steelbook. I did when the latest season of Dexter came out, like the new series. I did buy the Steelbook for that. I did do that.
I bought the Steelbook for the first Wonder Woman. And I feel like I bought the Steelbook for some other movie that I really liked. My movies are all the way over there, though.
I still have that first Iron Man movie, like in the face mask that like flips up.
Oh
yeah?
cool.
Yeah.
That sounds boss.
So I like
even know.
those kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the first 6 seasons of Simpsons on DVD, so I can watch that Michael Jackson episode whenever I want.
I'll, of course, never get rid of my Buffy's. They were like, that was old school too, where it would like fold out, you know? Seasons with the chunky, like fold out a million different things. I love
That's
those.
cool.
I have those too, Kristen. I don't know where they are, but I do have those.
The best. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Store Envy. Thank you, Freddie.
Thanks, Freddie.
Diabetes is for lovers. I already have Summer Vacation, and I will be. Well, I guess I can't play the 45, but I will show the 45 that I got and tell the epic story of how I came to own it.
You could actually play it because it's not like he's going to claim you.
I won't get demonetized for playing it?
No. I don't think that song's even available anywhere, so...
Ooh, cool. Yeah. I love it even more now.
But I'm pretty sure no.
F Goiter #1. I got a Nowhere to Be Found Reed single. I'm into it now. As someone who isn't crazy about Gaiman's works like everyone else, he has written the single best children's book ever. Oh, Ocean's at the End of the Lane. That I don't consider that a children's book.
It's not a children's book.
Yeah, I think it's a great book. I loved it. I'm going to say it right now. I loved it as much as American Gods. I really loved Ocean at the End of the Lane.
They definitely shelved that in adult fiction.
Yeah.
Or like a library or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with Mary on those 80 movies. They hold a special place for me. John Hughes will never be another.
Yep.
Reads microcosm page where you can already pre-order his new book, Hardcore Happiness. Happiness? What?
Don't poo-poo it until you try it, Jess.
I am trying it. I'm trying it right now, and it's not that bad. Also, you said poo-poo.
Yeah.
Kristen never saw Breakfast Club. Nope. She hasn't seen 16 Candles.
No. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. People are always shocked by.
I know. You admit it, though. You own it. You're like, yeah, haven't seen it.
Haven't seen Jaws. I don't know. Like, name some more. I haven't seen them.
Oh, my God.
Weirdly specific ones, though.
Yeah. That zone. I don't know that it has. Oh, it has an ISBN. There it is. I can't seem to find it using its ISBN. Oh, gee, I don't know how you would find it, Mohammed. Because I don't think it's going to be on the Bezos site, and I don't know if Secret Headquarters would ship it to you, or they would, and you'd have to pay for it. I don't know. AS taking off? Yeah, I'm going to give this a 5-minute warning. I think we've gone on. I've actually achieved a state of happiness here. It's not bad. It's okay.
Nice.
Hardcore. Yeah, man. Oh, July 9th. Okay. Surprise Sunday show. Live unboxing of viewers' gifts to me. All right, then I'll do it on July 9th. That's perfect. Thank you, James.
That gives you a month. That's decent.
That's cool.
Yeah. July 9th. It took me 1 year to get to this. That'll be my opening line. Goiter Books. Perfect. Thank you. Uh-oh. What is this? This is a two-parter. In that case, perhaps the Goiter sequel, unless it already exists, can be a sprawling 8 hours don't make a day. 1972-esque epic about U.S. labor unions and the U.S. government finally restoring our antitrust laws and levers of enforcement to finally begin Amazon's empire to heal. Yay, Glass Onions. Okay, Stardust can wait. Okay, good. I'm going to go up and suggest it. 100 Bullets. I have 7 deluxe edition hardcover volume of that graphic series created by Mr. Azzarello. Yeah, it's good. Ex Machina. That's a good one. I wonder if that's something I can cover with Bunk in Crime Corner. Ex Machina. That's more political. Anyone read The Question by O'Neill and Cowan? I'm on the second Omni right now and loving it. I read it in singles when it came out. It's awesome.
Never read it.
Okay. Incredible that people alive can remember how people were treated before the Civil Rights Act. March is so compelling and eye-opening, even I sort of intellectually knew about it. Yeah, I was a kid, but I still knew what was happening. Want to see Glass Onion also? Watch Knives last night with Rocky, my recovering from Parvo pup. She isolated for another few weeks, so I got to spend a little time with her. What is Parvo?
It's a really like terrible virus that mostly young puppies can get. But it can be like deadly, so you don't want to spread it.
Okay. Are there vaccines for it? Or can they still just randomly get it?
I think it can happen before. I mean, I'm sure Doug can elaborate on that, but I think it can happen before they can get vaccines.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Yeah, I know what
Sometimes
you're
they're like
saying.
born with it, or they can contract it from like dog parks and stuff.
Donnie Yen, thank you. Ip Man, yeah, I saw the first one. I love that movie. Are you all excited for The Boys season 4?
I don't watch it.
Me either.
I haven't seen it. I want to see it. I read the book. No, I don't. That doesn't seem. This is just my opinion, but I don't see that as a book and or show that Kristen would enjoy. And I don't know Mary-M well enough to know just off the top of my head.
Everything I know about the book, I wouldn't enjoy. I have heard the show is way better. In those things I wouldn't like in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Although, is Negan in it, Kristen? Did I hear that?
I don't know.
Negan's from The Walking.
I don't know anything about the show. So Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. There's his name.
Yeah.
That would maybe make me watch it just because I love The Walking Dead, but I don't know.
Enjoyed the tour of your figure statue collection, Jess. Thank you. You have an awesome collection. I appreciate that, phenomenal AC. They removed all their Lethal Weapon episodes of Always Sunny from streaming, and they are hilarious.
Well, I haven't seen Lethal Weapons, so I probably didn't even know that was referenced in the show.
James is excited for Boys and House of the Dragon. Lethal Luch is stoked for season 4.
Nice.
Just bought a 4K player and have been going crazy. Good for you, Booster. What? Kristen, you haven't seen Jaws? Oh my God, the horror.
Nope.
Kristen and Mary-M, have you read the Harrow County series?
I have not. I know Kristen has.
I have. I love it. I have not read Tales of Harrow County, though.
And that's coming out in a hardcover this fall or something? Oversized hardcover?
There's already one hardcover. There may be another. I don't know.
Tales of Harrow County?
Yeah. I have it. Yeah, there's one hardcover.
Do I have it?
Sure.
Let me look.
It's like, that's a good question.
Gee, I wonder if I have it.
Buffy's back.
Do we think he has it? I think he does.
I think he has it.
Yeah.
I think he may have even read it. I feel like he talked about reading it. But he
now
has it.
Now that you say that, I feel like I remember that too.
I guess we'll know if he has it in sealed or not.
Ooh, burn.
What am I being burned about?
She said if you come back with a book and it's sealed, we know you didn't read it.
But I'm pretty positive you have it.
I wonder if it's in the. I'll have to look. I looked at the stack of shame and it's not there in the front, but It could
Freddie's
be.
saying you have it.
Sorry?
Freddie
You're
is saying in the chat that you have it. Freddie knows, apparently.
I do? Where is it?
Freddie knows your collection.
Yeah, he does. Showed symptoms day after I found her in a culvert.
Oh,
That's it.
Oh, that does look familiar. I think I've probably reviewed it. Wonder where I put it. Why isn't it next to the other Harrow County stuff?
I don't know.
That's odd. I can, yeah, I'm almost positive I read that.
I was just telling Mary, I was like, I'm pretty sure he has it and read it.
I think you're right. What are you guys reading this weekend? I am continuing We Only Find Them When They're Dead. Oh my gosh, I love that book. Loved it.
I don't know the answer yet.
Yeah, she's a mood reader.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out.
I'm going to my Hoopla because I always borrow a bunch of stuff, and I look back at it. I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to read that.
Maybe I should read this Tales book I just pulled off my shelf.
There you go.
Seems like a good idea.
I'll have to go look for that. I wonder why it's not next to the Harrow County books.
James just linked the video where you reviewed that book.
No.
I knew it.
Apparently, I've got it. Overview and review, and I reviewed it. Awesome.
That's amazing.
If that isn't me just in like 30 seconds, I don't know what is. You don't need to watch Lethal Weapon to laugh with those episodes. Just know the phrase, I'm too old for this Schitt's Creek. Oh yeah, Danny Glover's always saying, I'm too old for this shit. Okay. Jeffrey Dean Morgan will be an upcoming season of The Boys.
Oh, okay.
So you have to wait 4 seasons, Mary.
That
was kind of
you guys are missing out.
I don't feel like I am.
Harrow County is coming out this fall in a format equivalent to monster-sized Hellboy or Big Names in the City, I think. We prefer a library edition reprint, but we'll take what I can get.
Yeah, I find these library editions kind of perfect.
Yeah, I
they
think
have
so
that
too.
soft cover, the ribbon, the trees on the original ones lining up on the spines. They're great.
The deja vu of thinking about comics mixed with the reality of owning comics is a killer. That's me. Yeah, I need a librarian. I have a system and it's not working apparently. I am organized, but that's weird. Because if I overviewed it and reviewed it, that means I read it, and so it shouldn't be on the shelf of shame. It should be right next to Harrow County. So where the effing F is it?
Do you have like a stack of books that you did a video on or something? Maybe it's mixed with a stack somewhere that you did a show on or something. Hello.
Puppy just wants to be near you. That's so cute. It must be, I don't know. It's got to be over in that other room. I read it and reviewed it, so it should be shelved. Yeah, it's my own issue. I have issues. So speaking of issues, Tuesday night is the return of Peter M. and Freddie to my show at 8 p.m. That's going to be a regular show. Peter M. is committing.
Nice.
Freddie's going to try and make it. Yeah. Awesome. This will be the final X-Men show of my collection, the FOMO episode, where they tell me what I'm missing besides Tales of Harrow County, which is
that's the episode where you're going to buy all this stuff.
I don't feel
we know you.
Well, if I sell Age of Apocalypse for $250, maybe I can afford to buy that other stuff.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
And so what's in store for you guys coming up? You have a show every Thursday on the Comic Slayer channel?
Yeah,
right.
We talk about what we read throughout the week or weeks, depending on when our last show was.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what we want to read. Maybe if we haul something, we're going to show that. But that's what we focus on Thursday night.
Yeah, we show up and say, "Hey, I didn't read anything this week,"
Yep.
and then we talk about other stuff.
Great.
That's the perfect kind of show. Well,
Right.
do you have any other shows you do, Kristen?
Yeah, they're not as important. But
Wow.
Okay, dope.
I
no,
read.
I'm just kidding. I'll be on Fangirls tomorrow, which is on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Check that
Nice.
out.
What time tomorrow?
I don't remember. I can't remember anything right now. So
It's 11
no idea.
a.m. EST. That I know.
11
There you go.
a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Mary.
Anytime. I'm Kristen's agent.
You'll convert
Nice.
my time zones too.
Okay, well, thank you all for watching so much, and thank you guys for joining. Thank you for joining, Mary. This was great having you. A lot of good
Thank
fun
you.
and conversation. Kristen, I hope you continue to feel well.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thank you to everybody who tuned in. This was great. It was a perfect Saturday thing for me to do. It got me hardcore happiness. Wow, what a feeling. Ooh, so I'm going to use our theme song to play us out. And peace and love, peace and love. Thank you all so much for watching. Really, see you. Yes, Tuesday, Freddie. Yes. Don't forget, like I probably would. Still one more.
Rock and roll! OmniDog! Hey, OmniCat! Now here's the OmniDog and OmniCat show. It's the place if you'd like to know more about the books that they've read. Kristen likes Lumberjanes and Steven just likes some girl Jimmy Olsen. And you're in luck,